"Take off your hood, soldier," barked the sergeant, his voice slicing through the desert wind. She didn't move, just stood there, boots buried in the sand, camo cloak draped over her face, her silence heavier than the heat. Around her, the other soldiers exchanged skeptical looks. Their elite unit had been briefed about a specialist joining Operation Sand Rain, but no one expected this. A woman, a ghost, and certainly not someone who hadn't said a single word since stepping off the transport. The sergeant's voice came again, harder this time. "I said, take off your damn hood." Slowly she raised her hands, gripping the edges of the fabric. The wind caught strands of platinum hair as she pulled it back, revealing a dust-streaked face, piercing blue eyes that didn't blink, and a tattoo. 6 numbers, 180509, etched into the side of her neck like a serial number. The air shifted. One of the younger soldiers took a step back. Another whispered, "Wait, is that—" A gasp rippled through the group as recognition dawned. They'd seen that number in classified files, heard it in war stories whispered around campfires. Even the sergeant's scowl faded into disbelief. That number didn't belong to just anyone. It belonged to a myth, the ghost of Fallujah, a sniper so feared she'd earned a bounty without ever being seen. The stories were wild. Shots taken from a mile in pitch dark. Entire compounds cleared without a sound. Entire cartels vanished overnight. No witnesses, no survivors. And then she vanished, disappeared without a trace. No discharge, no funeral, just gone. Until now, the unit didn't know what to make of her. She never spoke, never smiled. She ate alone, trained alone, moved like a shadow. Some called her a fraud. Others said the tattoo was fake. One guy joked maybe she was a Navy SEAL's ex-wife. But doubt doesn't last long on the battlefield. On day 2 of the mission, everything changed. Their convoy rolled straight into an ambush. Sniper fire cracked from the cliffs. Men dove for cover, shouting, bleeding, screaming for coordinates. Then, without warning, she stood up, calm, precise, and completely exposed. One shot rang out. A rifle went silent. Another shot. Another threat down. By the time the unit reached the enemy position, the snipers were already dead. Clean headshots, 1 bullet each. Her hands didn't even shake. They stared at her, unsure if they were terrified or grateful. What followed was a week of silent awe. She moved like a machine, clearing traps, covering flanks, predicting enemy movements before the drone feeds could. She never wasted a bullet, never asked for help. On day 5, she dragged a wounded corporal half a mile to safety while firing over her shoulder. No theatrics, no glory, just war. And by day 7, no one questioned her place in the unit anymore. They called her ma'am. They listened when she spoke, which wasn't often. But when she did, they listened like it was doctrine. It was the sergeant who broke first. On the 9th night, after she led them through a minefield no map had mentioned, he approached her at the campfire. "Where the hell did you come from?" he asked genuinely. She didn't look up, just tilted her head slightly, the neck tattoo catching the firelight. "You already know," she said. Her voice was low, dry, and final. He nodded, swallowing hard. "Why now?" he asked. She stared into the flames. "Because I left something unfinished." The final mission came fast. Intel pointed to a rogue general hiding in a canyon fortress, guarded by a dozen mercs, and a landscape built for ambushes. Everyone called it a suicide mission. She said she'd go first. The sergeant refused. "You don't lead this op," he snapped. She looked at him with steel in her eyes and replied, "If I don't go first, none of you are coming back." Then, just like that, she vanished into the night. No backup, no radio, no promise of return. What happened inside that canyon is still classified. But when the team followed hours later, they found silence. Every guard was down, clean shots, no alarms. The general, tied to a post, bruised, broken, and whispering, "She's not human." The team scanned the area, stunned. shaken, barely able to process it. But she was already gone. No footprints, no farewell, just the rising sun over a blood-soaked ridge. She never asked for medals, never waited for thanks. She walked back into the desert the same way she arrived, alone. But this time, they didn't question her. They didn't mock the tattoo. They just watched, standing tall, saluting the woman whose silence echoed louder than any war cry. Never underestimate the quiet ones, the ones with nothing to prove, no need for praise, and fire hidden behind calm eyes. Because legends don't always roar. Sometimes they just aim, fire, and disappear. Before you go, type the name of the place you're watching from. It's not just a comment, it's a connection. If this story made you feel understood, seen, or reminded you of something real, please hit like and share your thoughts below. And don't forget to subscribe. Sometimes the right story comes exactly when you need it most.